Yo, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. Now this is going to be a quick guide on the easiest place to get materials for your base in Scum. Okay, so if you look where I'm at right now, I am at here in B0 at the scrapyard or junkyard. Yeah, this place is pretty freaking epic. Okay, so what it's got is a lot of everything you need to build a base. So you get basically these piles here all over. You get a pile of rubble, pile of metal, pile of rubber over there. You get a pile of cement bricks. You get all sorts of stuff. You get these car piles over here. You get these little tiny locker things here, which don't actually have that much. But these cars have a lot of random good stuff. So like you can find a compound bow in there. You can find car parts, all sorts of stuff in here. Really good place for a random amount of loot. So basically it's got these massive piles here which are full of scrap which you need for your base. Now that's not the only thing it has, but it's got this in the truckloads. It's got so much metal that you need that it is important for the base. Okay, second off, this is not really important, but it's got some stones and stuff if you want it, if you're a stone lover. Not that you really need it. Okay, then moving on to over here. Now this is another load of piles which is full of bricks, which you need bricks for your base if you're going to upgrade to level 4, 5. These are your kiddies. Okay, and then the third thing is you've got this big warehouse in the scrap and junkyard, which is usually full of, there's not too many places to loot in here, but they've usually got boxes of nails, boxes of bolts. They got your repair kits, your materials, your building kits. Okay, so then we got more bricks over here. Then as you can see, it does not fail. It's got tons and tons of scrap mail here, scrap mail there. So yeah, then if you look over here, you've got these tire mounds which actually have tires in for all your vehicles and rubber, which is pretty freaking cool. So if you find a vehicle, you can literally find any wheel you want within these tire yards. Yeah, look at the wheels in here, crazy. There you go, you can get a ton of wheels in here for anything you want, for the mountain bikes, for all sorts. You can find them all in here. Okay, and you're like, wow, that's not that great. I'm like, yes, it is freaking great. But also over here, there's loads of random stuff within this these cars here. As you see, you can find nails, you can find bolts here, which are the most important things. You find nails and bolts in these cars by the truckload, and you can find also more pieces for your car, anything you're missing, which is really great. And you can also find compound bows and other random stuff within these cars here. Okay, and you see these little offices here. There's actually not that much stuff in here, but you can find clothes and stuff. On a PvP server, you'll see that a lot of these times that people lock them up. So that when you're here, I would recommend, if it's open as well, locking one up, putting a couple of gold locks on here, putting a storage box inside here, and so you can just come here randomly whenever you want and just store all the materials and stuff you get within one of these. Now, of course, I'd move it pretty quickly, but it's a great place in PvP to have a foothold and just keep bringing stuff back and putting it into a chest so you can take it out later. As you can see, more heaps of scrap. Now, if you go towards the end of the junkyard and scrapyard, you'll see this big building here. And this building is one of my favorite buildings because it's got tons of boxes and it's got tons of like quick and easy loot. So you come in here and you can get your lock picks, your locks. So I found an iron lock in here before, a silver lock in here. But most importantly, you can find bolts and nails within these boxes here specifically. And that's just the top of the building. There you go, box of nails. Lovely. There you go, you can find some really good stuff in there. Then you got also below this building in the garage. And this has a lot of boxes of bolts, boxes of nails, all sorts of stuff. I would really recommend coming here when you're deciding to build a base. You know, storing all this stuff in a box and storing it on the outside of the junkyard and scrapyard. That way you can keep coming back and putting it in and then burying the box and then coming back for it later. Now right now, boxes, if you put a gold lock on it or anything and it's over 80 pounds of weight, 80 kilograms of weight, no one can move that box until it's pick locked and they take out all the stuff. Okay, so the way to do it now is to, you know, make it more than 80 pounds, which is easy to do. 80 kilograms are easy to do if you put a ton of metal in there, a ton of bricks in there. Boom. And then you bury it. If anyone finds it, no problem. You know, they still got to get into it. The easiest way is to drag and drop the box and put it in your car. That way, you can literally pick it up real quick. And to get a car, you can actually see my other videos where I'll show you how to get fame points, and I'll soon be uploading a video on how to get a lot of cash in Scum so you can buy that car. Okay, and as you see over here, there's some equipment in this. There's a military type thing which has a lot of military equipment in here. So it's got night vision goggles. Sometimes you get pants, you know, you get some guns and stuff in here, which is worth looting. But the main thing you're here for is the resources, the bolts, the nails, the metal, the bricks. You can find some toolboxes here in the scrapyard. Now, the highest spawn rate of toolboxes I found to get them is not actually in the scrapyard, it's in the abandoned bunker. Okay, so if you can go to the abandoned bunker, go into the depositories, you'll find a ton of toolboxes. And that is the scrapyard. Now you can go find a ton of other random stuff in the scrapyard which you need. It's also got vehicle spawns and it's got a ton of stuff that you need for your base. Now I'd recommend building the base close to this or somewhere hidden and bringing a car here and literally extracting as many resources as you possibly can, especially on a PvP server. It's going to be tense. It's going to be hard spots on here. There's going to be a lot of players here all the time. So I'd recommend come in here when it's a little bit quiet, or if you're ready for PvP, come here and grab as much stuff you can and go. Alright guys, so if you like my content, like, comment and subscribe. Peace out.